Welcome back. Stocks lost some steam yesterday in the quest for Dow 20,000. The Dow Industrials ended the trading day down about 33 points. It still saw the second highest close in history. We continue to see record after record. Joining us right now, MacroMavens President Stephanie Pomboy. Always great to see you, Stephanie. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Does it matter, 20,000? Do you need to see 20,000 for confirmation of what's going on?
Oh, boy. Well, I think this market has gotten wildly ahead of itself in terms of the enthusiasm. So 20,000, when we hit it, probably. Could we go through it? Maybe. But I really feel like this market is so stretched right now.
So it got stretched because of all of the expectations that the Trump economic plans coming in are going to help earnings. You do think they're going to help earnings, though? I
think it's going to be great. It's just getting from here to there. You know, on January 1st, ACA is going to impact all those 30+% health insurance premiums are going to kick in, and they're going to continue to hit households month after month until some repeal reform gets enacted. Tax cuts aren't going to be immediate, so we're all you know, kind of moving in anticipation of this, but the echoes of '87 are kind of deafening to me with this backup in interest rates, with the stock market just kind of blowing through it, like, hey, we can handle this. I'm not persuaded.
This is like a kumbaya moment for all of us. I mean, I agree with Stephanie.
I'm usually alone. I love this.
No, I agree with Stephanie. I mean, you know, Maria and I have been talking about it. No one's putting into the effect of the dollar's up 15%.
Right.
Good point.
I mean, we can't ignore
it's a major
we
tightening.
still are a global country, a global world where trade is important and deficit's important. I think that the exuberance is a little fast forward. I mean, I think if you saw Yellen's recent testimony where they think GDP is still 1.7, 1.8, they are completely discounting the Trump's, you know, stimulus effect.
Yeah, well, they don't believe in it.
Spending.
They want to see it first, I think.
Don't believe the impact of deregulation and tax cuts, and that they have a different worldview. But how much do you think it depends on the actual, you know, waiting to see what happens, real action from the new administration?
Well, I struggle with this because the confidence can create the outcome. You know, if businesses start to increase capex on the promise of tax cuts, that can happen. But what I struggle with is that the ultimate impediment to capex picking up has been the consumer. It's not that the corporate sector has lacked cash to spend all this time. They've had plenty of money.
But they've been sitting on it, right, Stephanie?
Because, I think because the consumer at the end of the day just wasn't, you know, pulling his prior weight.
But also because of regulations.
They're going to wait to see where organic growth goes before they start putting more into capex. I mean, recently with their money, they've been doing stock buybacks and dividends. But before they start spending on capital investment, they're going to want to see some real growth.
I love this guy.
Because you agree with him.
I totally do.
So we got GDP and durable goods out today. A lot of economic data points coming out. Durable goods is a good one because that will tell us if people are actually spending on big ticket items. But their GDP is interesting. They're looking for 3.3%. What do you think?
Modest upward revision.
Because it was 3.2%.
Right. So, I mean, again, I think that's kind of
we've been in a 2% economy. Now it's 3.3%.
We're still looking at annualized.
What does it affect the yearly figure?
Around 2%.
Yeah.
So there you are.
I mean, it's not going to make it.
And ultimately, I think in this quarter's number, the auto sales was a big impact, and exports. And we know those things are going away. We know higher rates are going to slow the auto sales. We already saw the latest number come off. And the export thing, you know, with the dollar doing what it's doing, we're not going to get that lift.
I'm much more nervous as well on the dollar part.
Well, the dollar's one issue for sure, and the idea that we're going to see a bump in earnings. Now, a couple of different models. JP Morgan says a 15% corporate tax rate can lead you to an increase in S&P 500 earnings of 20%. BlackRock says it could be 26% for mid-cap companies. You buying it?
No. I mean, if you look at the effective tax rate that companies are paying right now, it's 26%. So how do they get this number? I mean, if their effective tax rate's 26, even if we go to 15, the House plan, I think, is 20. So, you know, I don't know where they get those numbers from.
Sounds like you'd be selling into this market.
I would be. I think longer term, the prospects are phenomenally good. But I think we've got to get from here to there. And there's a lot that we don't know yet. And the markets are discounting like a seamless transition and this implementation whole cloth of all the stuff they like, and none of the protectionist rhetoric, you know, materializing into anything they don't. So I'm nervous.
Okay.
But optimistic.
Okay.
That's right.
Yeah. That
But I
sounds
think
great.
you could see action quick. I don't know, just look at our earlier conversation about the team he's putting together.
Yeah.
Their bias towards action, getting things done, might surprise us all.
That's the thing. I
say,
think you reserve judgment and see what the companies actually do. And I'm watching it. I'm forcing myself to be aware that the confidence can create the reality. But I'm reserving judgment.
Let's hope do nothing. Congress does something and pass things. Otherwise, it's great to have a great team, but you have to pass things. Remember,
well, the team includes Congress. You have a unified government.
No,
so that's another advantage.
They don't have
getting things done.
They don't have 60 votes, so they can't just push things through without getting some Democrats. So at the end of the day, they need to get business tax reform done. It will be interesting whether Trump can do business tax reform and personal tax reform together. My feeling is they'll just go for business tax reform at inception.
Well, I think the question, too, is do the Tea Party Republicans demand some kind of offset? So it could end up being a little bit more of an arm wrestle than the markets
When
are
Obama went to try to put business taxes in at 25%, whether we wanted them lower or not, he could not get the fiscal hawks to move. And so we still have the Tea Party side that has to make sure that they feel fiscally it's responsible.
Still are those divisions in the Republican Party. More so than ever.
For sure. All right, great conversation. Stephanie,
And thank you for liking me.
Well, thank you. I love it.
I got people liking me from Fox saying I'm a reasonable Democrat. Reasonable. That's as good as that's probably.
Still got some time
I got time. I got
You didn't tell me you were a Democrat.
reasonable. I was called reasonable, so that's a big compliment.
Stephanie Pomboy, always a pleasure. Thank you so much,
Macro
MacroMavens President.